All right, guys. Sorry, it's night, but I still must do this video. Okay, I want us to learn how to cut trousers for, if possible, all the sizes. And for this trouser is size 34 for someone that has a waist of 34, right? So let's hit in the video and cut this trouser. All right. If you are watching this video, if you are enjoying the videos, please share the videos, like, drop a comment, help the videos go viral. All right. Thanks so much. Thank you, guys.
Like us to learn how to cut a suit trouser, waist measurement, all right, 34, and this trouser, all right, trouser for waist of 34, trouser length 37, the trouser weight of 25, the knee is 18, and the ankle is what is 14. All right, so without wasting time, let's quickly finish this up. All right, so to cut our trouser, first of all, I'm going to show us a very easy and simple way of cutting trouser. We're going to identify the first of all the horizontal lines, then we'll get the vertical lines. So identify the horizontal line first. We'll identify our waistline. All right, so this is our waistline here. We'll identify the waistline. This is our waistline here. Okay, and after waistline, the next thing for us to identify after the waistline is for us to get, first let's get the size of the waist. And we said the waist is 34. The waist is 34, right? So we'll just remove half inch from here, from the beginning line here. This green line we're seeing here, this was the type of measurement, right? So we'll just mark half inch from this end here, or let me just give us a beginning point here, all right, so that we'll use it as a gauge where all our measurements are starting from. All right, all our measurements are starting from here, from this line. Okay, all our measurements are starting from here. All right, so the next thing for us to do is to get our waist measurement. I said we'll take half inch from here, we'll mark half inch from the beginning point here, and we'll take our waist measurement. We say our waist is what? Is 34. Divide 34 by 4, that will give you 8.5. All right, 8.5. So this is 8.5 here, plus half inch seam allowance, that becomes 9. All right, so that's 9 there. Okay, so on this 9, we are going to use our 9. It's our 9 here. So we are going to slant it in by just half an inch. Look at it here. Slant it in by just half an inch. And why do we slant in? We slant in so as to give it fitting, to get the trouser fitting in front. If you don't remove this half inch allowance here, the trouser will fall in the front at the zip area when you wear it. All right, so that's why we remove this half inch. So the next thing for us to do now is to get the crotch length. Now, how do you get your crotch length? You get your crotch length by dividing your waist measurement by 4. So if we divide 34 by 4, we are going to be having, like we did before, we have 8.5. So this is 8.5. This is 8.5 here. Now I want to explain something here. All right. Now, if this waist was, let's say, 36 or 38, if you divide 36 by 4, you are going to be having 9. All right, 9. I will still use this 9, okay? But when it goes beyond this 9, I might have to remove half inch from it, because if your crotch is too long, it makes your trouser to fold at the front. All right, but once it is within this 8.5, okay, it's all right. But once you begin to go beyond 8.5 for a plain trouser, you need to watch it. Except the person's waist is up to something like 38, 39, 40, you can now use 9. All right, but going beyond 9 down to 10, no matter how big that waist is, you might have an issue with your crotch. It will become too long when the person wears the trouser. Please take note. So we are going to extend this line here, this crotch line here. So if measure from the beginning, we're having 9. So let's extend this line. All right, this is our crotch line. What I explained there, please, is very important. Take note. This is our crotch line. This is our thigh. All right, but this is our crotch line. So on our crotch length, we got our thigh, all right, measurement, or the lap, whatever you understand it to be. From here to here is the crotch length, and our crotch length is 8.5. On this 8.5, that's where we'll take our what? Our lap measurement. Please understand. The next thing for us to do is to come up by what? 1.5 or 2 inches, 2 inches to locate the hip. Locate the hip area. So this is our hip area. All right. This is a hip area. Okay. After that, we measure from here to here. What do we have in here? We have 9.5. All right. We extend it down here to 9.5 here. All right. And then we'll add just ½ inch. You get that? So we join this line to this ½ inch here. This is the hip measurement. This is the hip line. This is a hip line. This is a hip measurement. If you have your hip measurement, you can divide it by 4 and then take it here. All right. If you don't have it, just bring the waist measurement here and add ½ inch to it. That's simple. Next is for us to get our what? The tie. The tie we said is 25 divided by 2. You have what? 12.5. It's 12.5 here. 12.5 here. All right. The next is to join this point to this point here. Can you see this? I've done that. Now let me show you something. If we measure the whole of this crotch length from here to here, you'll be having something around 10. Can you see? We have 10. We have 10. Can you see this? Now, when the crotch length goes beyond 10, like I said before, except that person is fat, like the person is having waist of 40 or 39, 38, else crotch length shouldn't go beyond 10. Please take note. The next thing for us to do is to get the half length of the trouser. And the half length is simply to divide the length by 2. The length is 37 by 2. You have 8.5. But I like coming up a little, so I'll come up by 2 inches. I'll have 16.5. All right, 16.5. 16.5. All right. So the next thing for us to do is to get the length of this trouser. We said it's 37. So this is our 37 here. Plus 2 inches seam allowance becomes what? 39. We extend this line to here. Our 37 and 39. Right? Guys, I hope this is very simple enough to understand. If I lost at any point, please let me know. But I believe this is very, very simple to understand. Next is for us to get the what? The shaping of this trouser. How are we going to shape our trouser? We'll simply get the center point of this tie. This is the center point of this tie. The center point is here, right? So we'll just come out by what? By 1 inch. All right, not by 1 inch. So the center point was what? Was 6.25. I'll come out by 1 inch. That becomes 5.25. I'll extend my 5.25 down to the end line. 5.25. All right. So I'm going to join this point together. 5.25, 5.25. You see this? So after joining this point together, the next thing is this. I'm going to measure about 8 inches from the beginning here, or you can measure from here 6 inches down. All right, 6 inches down. Okay, and join with this. Why am I doing this? I want my trouser from here to the end to carry the same shape. All right, the same shape from here to the end to carry just one, so it will be very fitting and look nice. So we said that our ankle measurement is 14. That is 7. So if I'll measure 3.5 this way, 3.5 this way, that becomes what? 7. So this 3.5, taking it this way, another 3.5, that becomes what? 7. All right. So I'll still come here and do the same thing, measure the same 7. Can you see that? Then here's the knee measurement. We said our knee measurement is 18. That will be what? 18 over 2 will give you 9. So 9 means 4.5 this way, 4.5 this way. That will give you 9, right? So this is 4.5, this is 4.5. That becomes what? 9. And we see this. The next thing for us to do is shape our trouser. So we join this point to this point, this point to this point, this to this, this to this, this to this, this to that. Just watch carefully. I'm going to do it. Very simple. Very, very simple, guys. Trust me. It's very simple. All right. So you see, I'll now join this point from here. I'll begin to turn my French curve. All right. To make it something very well. If you don't have a French curve, you might consider buying one. It's very interesting to use. All right. Next is to join this point. Now I'll join this point to this hip line here. To this tie line, sorry. I'll join this point to this tie line here, not the hip, the tie. All right. Then I'll join this point to the half inch here, so that you see the shape come out very well. Hope you are seeing what I'm doing. You can see this clearly. The next is join this point to this point here. You see this? Can we see this? Can we see how perfect our trouser is looking? Very perfect and standard, right? So let's go ahead and cut it. All right, so now to cut our back piece quickly, I'm going to show us just two things to take note of when cutting the back piece. All right, so to cut our back piece, first we are going to shift one part of this front piece outwards. First, look at the way I kept it. I kept this, leaving an allowance here of about 3 inches, an allowance here about 2.5 inches, so that I will shift this front piece out this way. All right, very good technique I'm showing you here. By so doing, but before I do this, let me show you something first. So with this allowance I left here, this is something very key to take note of. I'm going to come up here. From here to here, I'll come up by what? By 2 inches, all right? And I'll still come out by what? By 2 inches, all right? So I'm going to join this point. I came up by 2 inches and I came out by what? By 2 inches. So I'm going to join this point to this point here. That's what I'm saying. I'll join this point here to this, to here. Can you see? That's number one thing to take note of, all right? Then the second thing to take note of is this. I'm now going to shift this up part to this side, all right? So after I shift it, I'm going to leave about 2.5 inches here, or down here I'll leave only 2 inches. That gives me a better fitting that I want, right? This is 2 inches down here. But here I'll give about 2.5, yeah, 2.5 inches, almost 3 inches, okay? So the next thing is this. When I'm cutting this trouser, when I get to this point, these are very crucial points to take note of. This back piece will not go as deep, the curve will not go as deep as the front piece. I'll come out here by what? By half an inch. Alright, so this will come like here to here. Then this will move and join this point here, alright, like something like this. Can you see this? So it's not as sharp as what? As the front piece. Take note of, very important. Now watch how I'm going to cut this. So guys, as you can see, we are done cutting this trouser. Alright, we are done. Alright, we are done. This is the front piece. There are two. Alright, and this is the back piece. This is a trouser for a waist of 34. Alright, I'll take my time to do for as many sizes as possible, so that whichever size you want to cut a trouser on, you don't have to worry yourself. You just come to my channel, look for that particular size, and just follow the video, and you'll get the perfect thing you are looking for. Right? Thanks for watching. Welcome to Nat Fashion Hub, the best fashion channel in the world. Thanks, guys.